You wake up one day and realize that everything you own online, from your social media accounts, your digital art and even your personal identity, isn't really yours. A handful of corporations control it, rent it to you, and can take it away at any moment. Creepy, right? But that's exactly how the internet works today. Now what if I told you there's a project trying to change that? One that's not just another crypto hype train, but a complete reimagination of how the internet should work. No middleman, no centralized control, just pure decentralized ownership over your digital life. The project is called Elastos, and if it manages to succeed, it could rewrite the entire structure of the internet as we know it. But is it actually delivering on that promise? Today, we dive deep into the world of Elastos, breaking down what it really does, who's using it, and whether it stands a chance against the giants of the Web 2 world. Let's get into it. Jamie's always curious about blockchain technology. She hears all the buzzwords like decentralization, smart contracts, Web3, but nothing truly clicks until she stumbles upon Elastos. At first, it seems like just another cryptocurrency project, one of the many claiming to revolutionize the internet. But as she digs deeper, she realizes that Elastos isn't just another blockchain. It's an entirely different vision for how the internet should work. To understand Elastos, Jamie has to rewind to its origins. The project was founded in 2000 by Rong Chen, a computer scientist with experience at Microsoft. Unlike many blockchain startups that emerged after Bitcoin, Elastos has been brewing for years. Rong Chen sees the dangers of an internet dominated by centralized corporations, and one where user data is a commodity, where security breaches are rampant, and where true ownership of digital assets is nearly impossible. And also know that Elastos is merged mined with Bitcoin, so it shares the same security. Elastos aims to rebuild the internet from the ground up, creating a decentralized web where users have control over their digital identity and assets. And it isn't just about financial transactions. It is about creating a foundation where applications can run without being dependent on central servers. This means a world where hacking personal data, censoring content, or monopolizing platforms becomes much harder. As Jamie dives deeper, she learns about a concept called the Elastos World Computer. Now, unlike traditional blockchain networks that focus on transactions, Elastos functions as a full-fledged computational environment where applications can run in a decentralized manner. Instead of relying on a single blockchain to handle everything, Elastos separates computing, storage, and identification, creating an ecosystem where decentralized applications operate efficiently without overwhelming the network. And this model prevents congestion, reduces costs, and ensures that applications are scalable. The idea fascinates Jamie because it seems that Elastos doesn't just want to support Web3, it wants to be the foundation of it. While the technology sounds promising, Jamie wants to know if people are actually using it. It turns out that Elastos finds adoption in several key areas. The most exciting use cases involve digital content creators like artists, musicians, and writers who want full ownership over their work without relying on platforms like Spotify or YouTube, which take significant cuts from their earnings, and trust me, I know. Take the case of an independent filmmaker who releases their movie on Elastos. Instead of uploading it to a traditional streaming service, they can use Elastos' decentralized infrastructure to distribute the film. Viewers pay directly using digital tokens, and because everything is secure through blockchain technology, piracy becomes much harder. This same model applies to books, music, or any digital product. Jamie finds out this is done through Ela.city, a platform built in Elastos that showcases how a decentralized internet can work in practice. Ela.city serves as a hub for creators and users to interact within the Elastos ecosystem, offering tools and applications that demonstrate the power of the technology. It is a place where people can explore decentralized ownership and experiment with blockchain-powered applications while engaging with a broader community. One other use case within the Elastos ecosystem involves digital identity. In today's world, Jamie has to remember dozens of passwords and share personal details with multiple companies just to use online services. With Elastos, she can have a single blockchain-based identity that allows her to interact with various platforms without giving up control of her personal information. Before we move on to the benefits and limitations of Elastos, I need you to keep in mind that I'm not a registered financial advisor. My videos are meant to be educational and entertaining only. Always do your own research and only invest money you're willing to lose, because even though you can gain a lot in crypto, you will most likely lose it all. Now, if you do gain a lot, it's very important to stay safe. I've put links in the description to VPNs and hot wallets, like the Tangem wallet, to help keep your crypto inactivity secure. Be sure to check those out. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Telegram because I share my alpha there much quicker than I do on YouTube. The more Jamie learns, the more she appreciates the benefits of Elastos. For one, it offers greater security by reducing reliance on centralized servers. It also gives users more control over their data, a stark contrast to today's web where companies profit off user information. And for developers, it provides a way to build applications without worrying about censorship or server downtime. But Jamie also notices some challenges. Elastos' technology is complex, and for the average user, setting up and interacting with the system requires more effort than traditional web services. Adoption is still relatively low, meaning that many of the promises of the platform have yet to be fully realized. And like many blockchain projects, Elastos faces regulatory uncertainty, with governments still figuring out how to treat decentralized technologies. Jamie finds that one of the biggest hurdles for Elastos is navigating the legal landscape. Governments worldwide are cracking down on blockchain projects, fearing that decentralized platforms could be used for illicit activities. While Elastos itself isn't designed for anything illegal, its decentralized nature makes it harder to regulate. And this raises concerns about how it integrates with existing laws around digital commerce, copyright protection, and identity verification. Societal acceptance is another challenge. Most people are comfortable with the current internet despite its flaws. Convincing everyday users to switch to a new system requires not just education, but also seamless user experiences, something Elastos is still working on. Stepping back, Jamie decides to summarize what she has learned using a SWOT analysis. And that's basically a way to assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Looking at the strengths, Elastos provides unparalleled security in digital ownership, solving real-world problems in digital identity and content distribution. It has a strong technological foundation and a visionary leader. For its weaknesses, we can consider adoption to remain a hurdle. The technology is difficult for non-technical users, and the ecosystem still lacks major applications that could drive mainstream interest. Opportunity-wise, we could say that as concerns over privacy and data ownership grow, more people are seeking alternatives to traditional platforms. If Elastos can make onboarding easier, it can tap into this growing demand. Now, to finish this up, when it comes to threats, the regulatory uncertainties and competition from other Web3 projects mean that Elastos has to constantly prove its value. After all of her research, Jamie feels confident explaining Elastos to others. Elastos has a broader vision than other projects. It wants to reshape the entire internet. While projects like Ethereum enable decentralized applications, they still rely on the traditional web for hosting and identity. Elastos aims to eliminate the dependence altogether. But Jamie's smart, and Jamie also knows that potential isn't the same as reality. While Elastos has made significant strides, it still has a long way to go before becoming mainstream. Its biggest challenge is making its technology accessible to non-technical users. If it can overcome that hurdle, it has the potential to become a foundational part of the decentralized web. For now, Jamie is excited to see where it goes next. The internet is changing, and Elastos is one of the projects pushing it in a new direction. Whether it succeeds or not is still uncertain, but one thing is clear. It's a project worth watching. Thank you guys for watching, and if you found this video helpful, then be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Doei!